Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. If you're new to the page, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'd like to start every video with a little bit of gratitude, so thank you. I can't do what I do without you. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe and click the bell so you're notified every single time I give you any type of free content. A little bit of a skid here. We're gonna get things back going correctly. New week, new dimes. Let's get right into it. Yeah, yesterday we had a tough Purdue blew a 24-point lead. Just a tough one to swallow there. And they only end up winning the game by 5 points. As we had them laying the 7.5. So very tough to watch. And to me, it was like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over again and over again and expecting the same results. You know, they just kept doing the same thing, just kept turning the ball over. So it was very frustrating to watch. Very tough L. Looking to get back on track here today and have a successful day. It is Make It Back Monday. $12 full card for myself. Bryce has the $9.99 for the entire month of March. So check out Bryce. I don't have to switch his over. But personally, $12 flat. You'll be able to get my day pass, and obviously we'll have some action here today. And excited to get back on the board and get things going in the right direction here. So let's get into it. It's conference tournament time, favorite time of the year. Let's lock in, let's strap in, and let's get to it. We're gonna look at the WCC here as we have BYU going up against St. Mary's. This should be an awesome game. St. Mary's been off now for over a week after coming off that loss to Gonzaga on the road, and I think that is something to pay attention to coming into this matchup. Line opened up at 7, is now down to 6.5. Favoring St. Mary's, and for good reason. St. Mary's has had an awesome season this year. We saw them take Houston to the brink 53-54 or 53-48 way earlier in the season. They have nice wins against North Texas and Hofstra and San Diego State, right? So some very good wins, and obviously having the share of the WCC is nothing to sneeze at either, as they split with Gonzaga. And then BYU also has some very nice non-conference wins as well, with a win up against Dayton and a win against Creighton and a win against Utah. So these two teams are battle-tested. These two teams know how to get things done. They're very familiar with each other. St. Mary's has won both those games, both by less than 6 points. 1 point loss there at home for BYU and a 6-point loss for them on the road to St. Mary's. And mainly the second game is the one that I really want to take into account and look into that game more than others. BYU has been dominating the boards. Both those matchups, offensively, the last matchup, they go 11-7 on the offensive glass. We know how dominant St. Mary's is on the offensive glass. Defensive glass, BYU, one of the best in the country as well. But really, it came down to free throws in that one, I think, that determined the game. Two things: free throws and 2-point field goal percentage. So we know St. Mary's defense is great, very stout. Don't give up a ton from 2-point range. I believe it's like 44% or so they're holding opponents to in 2-point field goal percentage. And it was 39% for BYU, just horrendous. And I thought the whistle obviously favored St. Mary's with them being at home, but much more than it typically would for a St. Mary's team who really doesn't draw a ton of fouls. They're not amazing from the free throw line. They go 15 of 21, 11 more free throws than BYU did, as BYU was a little bit more active at getting to the free throw line in that one. But those two things were the main factor, I believe, in that matchup. I think we see a much more balanced game officiating-wise. I think we're going to see two teams battle hard on the offensive and defensive glass, and pay attention to the press. Gonzaga put in a little bit of a press to kind of slow St. Mary's down a little bit. Slow them down and get them slower than they already play. They already play at a slow pace, but kind of keep them from getting into their offense and running their stuff. So by the time they got it across half court, the shot clock had worn down. And I'm not sure. I think BYU may take a little page out of Gonzaga's book, see if they can change up the pace, disrupt that offense a little bit, and get the game going fast. This is a BYU team who likes to play quick. They like to get up and down. Very good defensively, and offensively, they've been coming on as well, shooting 35% there in conference play from 3. I'm going to take a stab here with BYU. Plus the 6.5 is my official free pick of the day. I think we're in for an exciting matchup. And whoever wins, it's going to be great to see them going up against Gonzaga, because I think Gonzaga takes care of business as 14-point favorites against San Francisco as well. But I'm going to go with BYU plus the 6.5 is the official free pick of the day, guys. It's Monday. Make it back Monday. Tough weekend. Let's get back into this thing. I'm ready to put the seatbelt on, strap in, and go for a ride. Let's do it. It's Derek Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat the odds. Best of luck if you decide to tail. But either way, hope you guys have a great Monday. Let's start this week off right. Good luck.